go from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back everybody to another live stream. So today is Wednesday the 21st of August, and of course, as we always do, we will run through the Bitcoin charts. We will take a look at what is going on. We will take a look at what I'm currently doing in the markets. The next trades that I'm looking at as well, and where we can kind of look for price to go. So yeah, if that all sounds interesting, please do make sure that you smash that thumbs up button. Really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and I can help bring, I can continue to bring this content to you guys. So yeah, make sure you do that. And of course, if you're new to the channel as well, please do subscribe and turn that bell notification on. Yeah, I am always giving, I believe anyway, some really good analysis in these videos, and yes, the trades prove themselves, right? So yeah, enough of that. Let's jump into the charts, and yeah, let's take a look at what is going on, right? So yeah, as many of you are aware, okay, for you regular watchers here, for the regular watchers here, you know that I am long on the price of Bitcoin at this point in time, okay, and I have been on the price of Bitcoin ever since we formed failed auction of the range low on the 5th of August. Of course, any visionaries here as well will also know when I actually entered into that trade, okay, in the exact minute, in the exact second, okay, because of course I told the team over on the Visionary Discord I'm taking a swing long from the failed auction. This was the long trade setup given to the team in that Visionary Discord, of course, and updating the team as always. Value area low at approximately $61,500 is my first target. Okay, what happened? We saw price come up to that value area low. What did we do? We took that TP1, because of course you are not a trader until you take that take profit one. So yeah, it's been a really successful trade already. But I do understand that yeah, we're in a very boring period at this moment in time, and you know, times like this, you know, it doesn't mean that you can, you know, you step away from the charts and you just you know, not worry about what is going on. You know, there are still trading opportunities, okay, in this little bit of consolidation here. You know, if you go into the lower time frames, there are still trading opportunities there. I do understand that, okay, but for me at this moment in time, it's just patience, right? I kind of just want to see what is going to go on, okay, because you know, we're consolidating towards the downside, right? So we're not even like really consolidating sideways. Yes, you can consider this sideways consolidation. You can see that we're forming a high. We've high, okay, we have a lower high and we have another lower high here. Of course, we have the low, right? We have another lower low here. So we're kind of, you know, consolidating towards the downside, okay, and yeah, this is a little bit harder to range trade this, okay. It is a little bit harder, and we know this, right, from trading this big 12-hour range here for so long, okay. We understand, yes, right, the long trades are really easy to look for, Okay, they are easy to look for because we're looking for the failed auctions, but also we need to, we need to see the confluence there, right? So, for example, here, we saw millions and millions and millions of short trades open up at the low, right? They became trapped traders once price started to rise a little bit. Okay, so there was a reason to look for a long trade there. In this instance, after the failed auction, right, what happened? Okay, before we formed the failed auction, what happened, okay, in this scenario? Well, we saw an incredible amount of long trades getting completely wrecked, okay? So we saw a huge portion of the market get wrecked on this move down, right? Then what happened on this most recent one here? Okay, we saw the exact same thing. We saw a huge portion of the market get completely wrecked on that move down, right? So of course, we have to look for reasonings to enter into the trades, right? But the long trades have been pretty simple to look for, in my opinion, anyway. Okay, of course, I've been doing this for a number of years now. I understand what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm very experienced in this, so I know what I'm looking for, right? So I understand, yes, to the average trader, okay, they are going to find it very, very difficult to enter into a trade down here. Okay, but I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for quite some time. I know my risk. I know my risk management. Okay, and I know. What I have works, right? So for me, the confidence to enter into a trade down here is pretty high. Okay, then we come up to the short trades that we've been taking. Okay, up here, and they're a little bit harder, right? They're a little bit harder to look for because what are we looking for, right? We're looking for a lower high. Do we know when a lower high is coming? No. Okay, we know when a lower low is coming, right? We know when a lower low is coming. Okay, it's simple to see that, but is it obvious to see a lower high? Not really, right? Because you could, okay, just to take an example, right? This here, right? This could have been the lower high, and we could have come down and formed a new lower low, right? But instead, this was a temporary lower high. We then came up and took it out. Okay, we saw the same thing here. We had a temporary lower high here. We then came back and took it out. Okay, again here we had a temporary lower high. We pulled back a bit, possibly looking like the lower high. Then we came up, we took it out. Right, so it's a little bit harder to predict where the lower high is going to be, rather than seeing where the lower low is going to be. Is a little bit easier to see and determine where that lower low, that lower low is going to be and is kind of going to end, right? So the long trades in this instance are a little bit easier than the short trades. I do understand that, okay? And that's, kind of what going back to like where we are at this moment in time as well, in this period of downwards consolidation that we're seeing, the long trades are a little bit more favorable than the short trades. Okay, they are. We also know that this is considered as a bullish pattern, and I don't really take much notice to that. And it's like, when we zoom out and look at the 12-hour as well. Okay. Who brought it up? Who was it yesterday? I think it was Eric who brought it up yesterday, about the bull flag that we have on this big time frame as well. The thing is, what we have to understand is, yes, this is considered a bullish pattern, right? But who is this, or who considers this a bullish pattern, right? Well, the people who consider this a bullish pattern are the retail traders who think like retail traders, right? So yes, technically, and by the textbook, this is considered a bullish pattern, but yeah, what we have to remember is that a lot of people are looking at this. Everybody is looking at this at this moment in time, right? Everybody is looking at this big bull flag here. Everybody's now probably looking at this as a bull flag as well. Okay, and when the majority of the market are thinking the same thing, this is where my mind thinks, okay, we're not going to do this. We're probably going to do the opposite. Okay, and this is why, I have a thesis that, yes, right, we're in bearish market structure at this moment in time. But if we break that bearish market structure, okay, we break above $70,000, okay, we break out of the bull flag, right? Okay, then for me, if we see an incredible amount of long trades opening up, for me, this isn't actually that bullish. I would consider this quite bearish, and the reason being is because we know that retail traders are emotional, right? We know that they can get very fearful very quickly. So it's, if we see a slightest pullback, and I mean like the slightest pullback, this could trigger right, millions of long trades that long the highs to cover, right? This could force them to cover because, of course, they are emotional and reckless traders, right? Which would, of course, them covering, right? They're selling into the market, so it pushes the price lower, right? And then it's that domino effect that I just talk about all of the time here, where for this example, right, long trades who are covering, they're selling into the market and they're pushing the market down. But where are they pushing the market down to? Okay, they're not pushing the market down into new buyers. Okay, they're pushing the market down into long trades that are already open, right? Retail longs that are already open. And they do the exact same thing, right? Where they cover, okay, they push the market down, right, into more long trades, right, that have opened up previously. Okay, now they become fearful, and it's that domino effect, and it just continues to happen. Okay, and this is what we've seen on this move down here. It's what we've seen on this move down here. It's what we've seen on this move down here. And these are like periods that I really enjoy taking advantage of. Now, it sounds quite horrible, and it is a horrible game, right? You're in this market for yourself. And you have to be selfish, right? It's quite horrible, right? On this move down, the majority of the market is getting wrecked, okay? But we are taking advantage of that. Why? Because we know, okay, what happens when the majority of the market is doing the same thing or is thinking the same thing, right? We know that, okay? That's what we know here. This is what we preach here, okay? Because it's proven time and time again, okay? You can just look at the basics on it. Look at the statistics of how many retail traders are actually successful. Okay, and it's a very small percentage, right? We know that 95% of retail traders fail. So why do what 95% of retail traders do? Okay, do the opposite. Okay, because that small percentage are the ones that actually profit in these markets. And why do they profit in these markets? Well, because they do the exact opposite of what everybody else does. Okay, so going back to what I was talking about, right? Where we are now, okay, where we are now, right? Yes, in the bigger picture, okay, we're a little bit far away from 70K at this moment in time, okay? I know we could get there very quickly, but this is my thesis, right? We're seeing lots of longs opening up at the high. I do think this is more bearish rather than bullish. Of course, we do have to see that slight pullback, okay, to, to be the catalyst, right? We need to see that slight little bit of a pullback to be the catalyst of the much bigger move down, right? But initially, okay, we can look at the same thing here, okay? Yes, right. This is a bull flag, okay? Technically, on a textbook term, okay, we should be looking for a breakout and we should be looking for higher prices. Okay, I understand that. Okay, and I'm not saying that this is not going to happen. Okay, but what we also have to factor in here as well, okay, is that we are in bearish market structure. We're forming lower high after lower high after lower high. Okay, and what we could see here is we could see this bull flag actually start to play out. We could see lots of long trades opening up. Okay, then we come into this local high that we formed right here. Okay, have we got any confluence? Let me just double check. Yeah, we've got some confluence there, right? We've got a daily naked point of control, which is a level of resistance, right? So we could see this bull flag, right? We could see this bull flag break up, break out, okay? Then we could see price come up to this previous high that we made at 62,771, right, where we then see some sort of failed auction, okay, or then we see some sort of swing failure pattern, right, okay, and we get accepted back below that level, right, and of course we would like to see lots of long trades trapped up here, okay. For me, that's just a perfect opportunity to look for a short trade, okay, and take this down possibly to another lower low. Why? Okay, well, because we're in this trend of continuous lower highs and continuous lower lows, right? So this is what we can continue to look for. Like what I say all the time, trade the trend until the trend ends, because the trend is your friend until the end. You can say it the other way. The trend is your friend until the end. So trade the trend until the end, right? You can say it both ways. It works both ways, right? So this is something that we do need to be aware of. And this is something that this is not really in my plan, okay? This isn't really in my plan, but of course we have to adapt to the markets. We can't wait for the markets to adapt to us. We need to adapt to the markets. Initially, right, I'm looking for like $67,000 for a short trade there, okay? But I'm liking this quite a lot now for a possible short from possibly $62,800 roughly. And the reason being, okay, is because we're now forming this like really, really extensive period of consolidation here, okay, as we are, of course, on this much bigger time frame, but we're now doing it here as well. So it's like now what we're going to see is a lot of retail traders also looking at this as a possible pull flag, right? So let's shift our mindset, right? Let's shift our mindset into the mind of a retail trader who thinks like a retail trader, okay? Let's just do this, okay? And what are they going to be looking for, right? What is the majority of the market going to be looking for, right? Well, they're going to be looking at this, oh, it's a bull flag, right? So this is what they like to draw, right? They like to draw a trend line from the low of the move to the high of the move, okay, and it's going to give them a price target. If we get a breakout of what's this all-time high at $74,140, okay, this is what they're thinking, right? This is what's going through their head, right? And then they're thinking, oh, if we're doing that, we're breaking out of this bull flag here, right? So look, let's just do a little bit more conservative. Let's not get too excited, right? But yeah, they're looking at, oh, look at this, look at the flagpole of this to the breakout point. Oh, we're going to 105k. Yeah, reality of it, not really, okay? But this is the mindset that they all have, right? This is the mindset that all of these retail traders have. So, a large proportion of the market, right now are thinking, oh, we're going to $74,000, okay, and if we do that, we're then going to $100,000, okay. But it's been proven time and time again, and back here as well, it's just like a perfect example, right? Remember that short trade that I took from all the way back there, okay? This is just like a perfect example of, right, what the majority of the market were thinking back here, right? The majority of the market back here were thinking we're going to all-time high, okay? And I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was around 79 or 80 million new long trades opened up in this single candle alone. Okay, that's a lot of long trades to open up at a high. Okay, and the POC of the candle was at the high, telling us that the majority of the trades opened up at the high of the candle. Okay, and this is, for me, a very, very bearish sign. And I was actually telling the team at this time, right, that I was looking for all-time high, because I was looking for all-time high. But as soon as I saw like 80 million new long trades opening up at the high, that's when I flipped my bias, okay, and I shorted, right? Instead of longing, what did I do? Okay, I entered into a short trade here. Why did I enter into a short trade here? Because I understood that 80 million new long trades opened up, okay? Then we formed a failed auction, okay? So a lot of those long trades were underwater, okay? Being retail traders, they are emotional, they are fearful, okay? And they covered from their trade, okay, meaning that they sold into the market, right? What does selling into the market do? Well, it pushes the market down, and that's why we got this big move down here, okay? This was a long squeeze, right? Squeezing out all of those long trades, and of course, all of the long trades that opened up on this move up as well, right? This was a big, big long squeeze. How do we know that this was a long squeeze? Well, we know this was a long squeeze because open interest was also decreasing, okay? We can actually go over to here. Let's take a look at Coinalyze, because on Exo charts, you can't actually go back that far because they give you so much data in such a small period of time. But what we can see, okay, is where am I talking about here? Okay, so how do we know that lots of new long trades opened up on this move up? Well, first of all, price is rising. Okay, so we know these have to be like buys into the market, whether they be longs or spot buys or shorts covering, okay, so buying into the market still. Okay, what we know is, of course, these are buys, okay, but then we look at the open interest and we can see open interest is increasing over time, right? So we know that these are new longs coming into the markets, right? These are new longs, right? So this is not a short squeeze, right? Squeezing out all the shorts, okay? This is new long trades opening up. Right, then what happened on this move down here? Okay, this move down that I was just talking about on TradingView, that telling you that I shorted. Of course, the team on the Visionary Discord know that I shorted this because that's where I give all of my trades away. Okay, but what happened, right? What happened on this move down, right? Well, you can see open interest is decreasing over time. So it started at the top of the move, okay, at 73, let's just round it up, $73,000 roughly. Okay, and then the end of the move, right, was at $56,400, right? Look at the open interest, right? The open interest was at just over 1 billion, okay, almost 1.1 billion, right? Where did it end? Okay, 848 million, right? So that was a decrease in open interest, okay, as prices decreasing, right? So this is not new short trades opening up. This is a long squeeze. These are longs, right, getting wrecked, okay? So this is up here, like what I said, okay? This is up here. I was looking for all-time high, but then I understood, right? Everybody else was looking for all-time high. And this is when I flipped my mindset, okay, and said, okay, this is actually giving us a really nice shorting opportunity, a really nice shorting opportunity. So I took this short trade. Again, it worked out really, really well. Worked out in our favor. So we can be looking for the exact same thing here. Okay, the exact same thing. So, we've seen price rise, we've seen open interest increasing over time, right? So we know that these new trades coming in are longs. Okay, we know these are new long trades coming in. Okay, so what we want to see now, let's just go back to trading view quick. Okay, so what we want to see, okay, as price is rising, okay, if it is rising, okay, and we get a breakout of this bull flag, what we want to see is lots of new longs coming in, okay, lots and lots and lots of new longs coming in, okay. For me, right, lots of new longs coming in, great, okay, you can push the the price higher. I'm fine with that. Why am I fine with that? Well, I'm in a long trade, okay. I would more than happily see price move higher, but if I start to see lots of new long trades opening up around that $62,800 level, okay, and then we start to see price pull back a little bit, and I head over to Exo charts, okay, and I can see that we have lots of trap longs, okay, so I want to come in, okay, I want to look at the candles, I want to see where the well, first of all, I want to see what the open interest is doing, what the delta is doing, okay? And if there are new longs coming in, I then want to see where the new longs are coming in. So I zoom into the candle, okay? I look at the POC of the candle. I can see, the bid, and I can see the ask, okay? I can see what is going on, right? And then I determine, right, okay, are there lots of traders up here who are now trapped? Okay, if there are millions of traders up there who are trapped, okay, then I shift my mindset. Okay, now I'm not looking for higher prices. Yes, I was looking for $67,000, but now I understand that we have millions of trapped traders. Okay, price is most likely now going to go down. Why? Because these trapped traders are emotional. They're fearful. Okay, they're going to get scared out of their position. Okay, and as soon as that happens, it starts that domino effect that I talk about all of the time, right? The first traders that cover out of their position, okay, cover and push price down or up, wherever price is going, okay, and they push it into an area where there are more traders, right? There are more traders in over leveraged positions, okay, who then get emotional, who then have to cover, okay, and then they push the price into more traders, okay, more traders who do the same thing, and it's that domino effect, right? And that's why we either see a huge, okay, long squeeze or a huge short squeeze, right? Of course, depending on where price goes. So for me, okay, going back to what I was saying, let's put our mind, okay, into a retail trader's mind, okay? I understand we're retail traders, yes, okay, but we are retail traders who do not trade like retail traders. So let's put ourselves in the mind of a retail trader who thinks like a retail trader. Going back to it, right? They're looking at a bull flag here. They're thinking, oh, a breakout, we're going to all-time high at 74K. Okay, and then from there, okay, we're going to 100K because we're broken out of a bull flag of on this 12-hour. Okay, so we're now going to 100K, right? So this is what they're thinking. Okay, this is what they're thinking, right? And again, if the majority of the market is thinking the same thing, we're most probably going to do the opposite thing. Okay, so this is where we need to be very, very careful, because again, going back to this example, I like to use this example, right, because it's a very, very good example. What were we looking at back here? What retail pattern were we looking at back here? Well, we were looking, okay, at a triangle pattern. Okay, well, we weren't looking at a triangle pattern, right, but we were Okay, we were acknowledging this triangle pattern, as I like to say, right? What was everybody doing up here? They were longing, right? We can visibly see the longs coming into the market up here. Why? Because we were looking at exo charts. We could visibly see them coming into the market, right? And like I said, there was about 80 million new long trades opening up. Why were they opening up? Opening up? Well, because we were breaking out of a triangle pattern. Right? We were breaking out of a triangle pattern. Of course, we're going to the target, right? Of course. Where's the target for this triangle pattern, right? Well, let's take a retail trader's perspective of this, okay? Where's price going to go on this breakout? Oh, price is definitely going to go to $85,000. Yeah, we're looking at price going to $80,000. Yes, come on, we're going to be rich. No, it's not the reality of it. Markets don't move because we've broken out of a triangle pattern. It's complete BS. Right? Anyone who thinks that, I'm sorry, but it's you're not going to be in these markets for much longer. Okay, you need to think in the opposite perspective, right? The opposite way, right? That's exactly what we were doing here at Bit Trading back then, right? We were looking at this, okay, and we were seeing what all the retail traders were doing. 79, 80 million new long trades open up here. Price then started to pull back. Why would you be longing this? Why? Okay, we then formed the fake out of the triangle. Okay, and then we got the big long squeeze all the way down. You know, so again, right? I just want you to understand this, right? I just want you to understand retail trading patterns. Okay, retail trading patterns, the majority of the time, do not work. Yes, I understand that they work sometimes. Okay, but they do not work the majority of the time. So looking at this as a bull flag, okay, let's not look at it as a bull flag. Okay, let's acknowledge this as what retail traders are considering as a bull flag, okay? But let's monitor what retail traders are doing here, okay? Let's monitor what they are doing here, right? Are they longing this breakout? If they're longing this breakout, I'm not particularly bullish, right? I'm getting a little bit more bearish here. Why? Because I know that these long trades that are opening up are probably over leveraged, okay? People that are entering into these trades, they don't want to lose this money at all. Okay. And as soon as price starts to pull back, they are going to protect themselves very, very quickly, or the over leveraged ones are going to get liquidated very, very quickly. Okay. So any slight movement towards the downside, okay, on this breakout for me is a really, really good shorting opportunity. Now, of course, right, I need to see confluence. Okay. So first of all, trap traders. That's like the most important thing, to be honest with you. But I still need to see some other things, right? So we have some resistance up here at $62,800. I call it resistance, but it's not really. It's liquidity. Okay, it's liquidity up here. And then, of course, we have a daily naked point of control as resistance, right? We can call that resistance at just a little over $63,000, right? So there's some resistance up there. So for me, this is what I would be looking for, right? Coming into those levels, if we're seeing lots of new long trades opening up, okay, for me, this is just a perfect opportunity to look for a short trade. It is a perfect opportunity to look for a short trade. Of course, if we form that entry trigger, right? We need to have that entry trigger. What's an entry trigger? Right, we get a failed auction, we get a swing failure pattern, okay? But of course, we need to see the longs opening up. We need to see that happening around this daily naked point of control, around this high liquidity area, okay? And if we do get that entry trigger, I will take that entry trigger and I will take that short trade, right? I'm not going to set a limit order there, like I always do. Okay, I always enter it in a trade with at market. Okay, I always enter into a trade at market, and I understand it costs more. Yes, okay, and I could fiddle around with trying to get myself into a limit order. Okay, but it's a little bit risky because I could completely miss the trade. So for me, I just enter in with market. Okay. I will never enter into a trade with a limit order ever, okay, because we may not see lots of long trades opening up here. Okay, we may not see lots. We could see a few long trades opening up. Price continues to rise, right? Maybe we then start to get a bit of a short squeeze up there because I understand, yes, there are some shorts that have opened up back here that if we come back into those prices, they may be forced to cover, which would, of course, mean that they're buying back into the market and push the price higher. Okay, but it's only if I'm seeing lots of long trades opening up here and then they start to show signs of weakness, right, where they're offside, where they're underwater and looking likely that they are going to then cover. Okay, that's when I want to look to enter. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for here. So yes, Yeah. I've got that short trade possibly from $67,000. Right. I like the short trade. Sorry, the chart's getting very messy at this moment in time. I like the short, yes, from $67,000. Okay. But right, I understand what a lot of the market is looking at right now. And they're probably looking at this as a bull flag and thinking, oh, $74,000. So yeah, if the majority of the market's thinking that, we're probably not going to do it. Okay. And that's why I'm thinking about this. This is why I'm thinking about this possible short trade. Okay. So yeah, we'll see. Well, of course, it's patience. It's all patience, right? We'll have to see how this plays out. I'm going to keep this analysis here, and let's call it some funny name, right? What's going on here? Have I just deleted it? Yeah, for some reason it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why TradingView does this. It's really quite annoying. It doesn't let me go back. Or will it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't let me go. It's really weird. Right, but let's draw it out again. And I'm going to save it and we'll call it something funny, right? So this is something that I'd possibly be looking at, right? Where we get this short trade to something like this. And that, okay, this could be the lower high. Remember the trend, right? The trend is your the trend is your friend until the end. So trade the trend until the end. Okay, look at the trend, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So this could be another lower high, right? So this is like just more confluence to it, right? It is just more confluence. So I believe it is all of this that I want to save, and we will call it bull flag. So we'll see how that plays out for the retail traders, right? But I mean, you know, it could. I understand. Yes, it could play out in the retail traders' favor. It could. I understand that. Okay, and I won't short it if that's the case. Okay, I won't short it, and I will look for higher prices, and I will look for that possible short trade from $67,000. Okay, the reason why I'm focusing so much on a short trade is because, again, trade the trend until the end, because the trend is your friend until the end. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. What have I been looking for? Every single lower high, right? I shorted this here, I shorted this here, okay, and I talked about the short up here. I didn't take it myself because I was away from the computer, but I can show you the proof, right? Here, this was the 29th, okay, the 29th of the 7th, 2024, and I was looking at this short trade from $69,500. This was the short trade I had planned. Okay, unfortunately, I was away from the computer at that time, so I couldn't enter into that trade. But we do have, well, I know one of the members, FR Trader. He actually took that trade himself. If we scroll up, where was it? FR Trader. Where are we? Is it a little bit further down? There you go. FR Trader took this short trade. He said he took this short trade from $69,800. Okay, we can see here. This was the short trade that he had. Okay, because of course, all of these, you know, all of the trades that I'm looking at are given to the team in the Visionary Discord. Of course, not that one because I missed it myself. But you know, in the daily market updates in the morning as well, we're talking about all of the trade setups that I'm looking at. Right, that was the short trade. Prior to that, we had the long trade, of course, from the GP786 with absorption at the value area low from $64,400 approximately. Okay, where was that? Well, this was from here. Okay, and we of course longed that back up then for that short trade up there. So, you know, we've been trading the trend, right? We've been trading the trend. We've been shorting, right? We've been shorting up here. Okay, so I'm looking for another short on a lower high. That's why at this moment in time I'm focusing on a short. But at the same time as well, there's no need to look for a long trade in my opinion because I'm in a long trade, right? Again, the long trade given to the team. Where what day was this actually? This was on the 8th of August, right? Given to the team. Here was the long setup, right? I told the team I'm taking the swing long off of the failed auction. Okay, so yeah, I'm really happy with how I'm positioned in the market at this moment in time. I do think we can go higher from here. Okay, I've been saying that you can take a look at yeah. Let's just refresh this. Take a look at all of the thumbnails of the. I know take the thumbnails and the titles lightly, okay? Because yeah, it is a bit of clickbait, right? But I've been long and strong on Bitcoin. Time to buy. I'm still long on Bitcoin. Okay. I have been still saying, okay, that I would like to look for higher prices here. Okay. Will we see it? I don't know. Okay. I don't know and I don't care. And either way, okay, I am right because I've moved the stop loss to entry on this long trade. I've taken a TP1. So if I do get stopped out of the trade, it's fine. I've already realized a profit. Okay. So I understand, yes, I'm in a bit of a position where I can't be wrong. Okay, but I would like to see a little bit higher here, okay, for a short trade, right? That's what I would like, okay? That's what I would like to see. That's what I feel like will happen, okay? But if that doesn't happen, what am I also looking for? Well, I'm looking for a long trade if we go down, okay? So I'm looking for a long trade from here, but then to take that back up for a short trade, okay? So this is kind of what I would be looking for here. This is the setup that, of course, I've been walking through with the team, walking through with you guys here as well. So if we do get a bit of a pullback, I do like the idea of a long trade to take it higher. But then from, of course, up there, I'm still looking for a short trade wherever that may be. Okay, we are not sure where that will be. Okay, but yeah, I'm just going to trade what price is telling me, right? If we start to move up, I'm not looking for a long because I'm already in a long trade and I'll take profit on the long trade, and then I'll look for a short trade up there. Okay, if we start to pull back, okay, fine. I get stopped out at entry. I don't care. I've moved my stop loss to entry. I've taken profits risk free. I look for a long trade. I look for a long trade from there. So yeah, again, it's just yeah. I'm just looking for what the majority of the market is doing. Right? I'm looking for what the majority of the market, okay, is thinking, and what is happening to the majority of the market. Right? Again, on this big move down, what happened? The majority of the market got wrecked. Okay, that offers us an amazing opportunity to get into a trade, right? So that's exactly what I did. I got into a long trade down here, okay, because I understood that the majority of the market had been wrecked. Okay, and, getting into the market when the majority of the market has been wrecked is a very good is a very good place to be getting in. It's very hard, okay, to get into a trade there. I understand it's very hard, okay, if you do not know what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing, you can get into a really nice trade. Okay, the proof is here, right? We got into a really nice long trade here, okay, and some really nice profits. Okay, so yeah, it is possible. Okay, it is possible. Trust me. But yeah, we've been live for almost 40 minutes here. So yeah, if you've got any questions, guys, if anyone's still here, yeah, please do put them in the chat. Please, yeah, do put anything in the chat that you want me to look at, anything you want to ask me, and I will more than happily, yeah, answer any questions you may have, or take a look at anything that you guys want to look at. But yeah, today I thought I'd do a little bit different. Yeah, just might keep it a little bit shorter today, just because I understand that I've been very repetitive ever since I've entered into this long trade, very repetitive, and I understand it can get boring. But we're working here, right? We're working. I know we're not doing anything, but we're still working here. We're in a long trade, okay. Yeah, we're making our money work for us, right? We're not out there doing manual labor, right, for for money. Okay, we're making our money work for us, and that's exactly what's happening here. Yes, it may seem like I'm doing absolutely jack shit, um, which the reality of it, I am. But why am I? Why is that happening? Because I'm letting my money work for myself. Yeah, for me, it's just patience. I will happily sit here, kick my feet up, wait for the markets to finally do something, and then I'll act on it. Right. Um, but yeah, again, if you've got any questions, please do put them in chat. If you want me to look at anything, please put that in the chat as well. But yeah, just what I wanted to talk about as well. This consolidation is going to lead to a big breakout at some point. When I say breakout, it's not something I'm going to trade, but whether that to be towards the upside, okay, or towards the downside, what I think. I think it's more likely if we see, of course, retail long trades opening up. I think it's going to come down. Okay, remember, bull flag. Yeah, this is kind of what I would expect to happen, possibly. But yeah, we're going to get a big move after this, right? We're going to get a big move after this. It is what happens after consolidation phases. We see it time and time and time and time and time and time again. So we can expect a big move here. So it's like, right, are we going to get dragged one way and then go the other? That's kind of what I would be looking for, and that's why I would be looking for the short trade from there. And then what have we got? We've got retail traders screaming all over Twitter. Oh, market manipulators. We're supposed to be going to all-time high. Market manipulators. No, you've just wrecked yourself, mate. Reality of it. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel like it would play out if we were to get a big move for a breakout. Of like the range that we're in, we get like a fake out towards the upside and we go down. We could do it the opposite way, where we fake out down and go up. I do understand that, but because we're in downwards consolidation, I'm favoring this way a little bit more because I understand retail traders. It doesn't mean that this is going to play out right like that, okay? But it's what I feel is more probable because I understand retail traders. This is also possible as well, right? That is also possible. I understand as well, which is where the retail trader actually kind of wins, right? Because they're looking at the bull flag, right? We come down to the bottom of the bull flag, then we get the breakout, and then we go up. So that's a possibility as well. But I would favor this one. I would favor that one. I could take a long trade off of that one. I could happily take a long trade off of that one. But yeah, again, it all depends on what retail traders are doing down here. Are they getting into big short trades and then and then getting trapped? And then literally everything that I've just talked about here. Okay, same principle applies to the bigger range here. Exactly the same thing. So we'll see how that plays out, but I won't go into depth with that until we get to that stage, right? Let's focus on where we are right now. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So yeah, right. Well, I will probably cut that short then because I don't want to repeat myself. Right? I understand I've been repeating myself each day. Yeah, I will leave that there if there are no questions. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. If you have, please smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. Yeah, of course, if you want access to the Visionary Discord where I give all of my trades away, first link in the description. Free Discord is the second link. Yeah, of course, if you did enjoy, again, smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And for any Visionary members, I will see you, of course, over in the Discord. And yeah, if you're not a Visionary member and you're just here for the entertainment, for what happens in the aftermath, and of course the the acknowledgement of the trades before we take the trades. If you're here for that, then of course I will see you tomorrow for the next live stream, which of course is Thursday. So I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Again, smash that thumbs up button and take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Or again, any Visionary members, I'll see you in the Discord. So take care and goodbye.
Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you.